My people, is not a small thing. No, the rumor that get to us now allegedly is that they said the palace guard caught two men who were trying to make their way into the palace of Ooni of Ife, and they said when this thing happened, some people said like I don't really know, because one thing I always say here is that I don't live in Ile-Ife, neither do I live in Oni's palace. But as we get the gist, we'll come here and also relate it with you guys. Okay. So now they said this thing actually happened at the late hour of the night. That that time is the time that people don't walk around, everywhere is calm, everybody is asleep, and everywhere is quiet and all that. And we know that the palace guards, they are always parading around the palace, even outside the palace, within and outside the palace. And despite the fact that they are there parading and making sure that everything is in order, there's also CCTV camera that is mounted everywhere around the Oni's palace, should anything want to happen unannounced on warranted event or for whatever. So now they said the guards were on their duty at that particular night. They were on patrol as usual, and the person in the CCTV room was also, the people were also there at their station there and all that. I mean the guys that were in charge of the CCTV camera. And all of a sudden, because according to what we heard again, is that in the palace of Ooni of Ife, there's what we call alarm. Yes, if anything happen, once you hear that alarm in the palace, you know that something is actually fishing and something serious is happening. So they said the people in the guards in the charge of the CCTV camera now blow the alarm, and they say everywhere the alarm was ringing, and they say everybody were indoor, were panicking. What happened? What is going on? Hope Ooni is fine, and Ooni too is asking, hope his wives are fine, hope his children are okay, hope everybody is okay and all that. In the midst of that panicking now, the guards were as usual now, they started running around checking everywhere, and they said there's this particular corner, there's this particular place that if you don't, in fact, you cannot really you won't even believe that somebody can even pass through that area. And they said this is the area these two men were trying to gain access into the palace, and lo and behold, the camera caught them. And also when the alarm blew, they were trying to escape, and they said the palace guard immediately reached out to them, and they were caught. You are welcome back again to my channel. Nice meeting you here once again. It is my pleasure to have you here. Now, if you are here and you are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly help me hit the subscribe button and also turn on your notification bell. Also, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. So my people, this is the rumor that we heard. So they said they now caught these two men, and they said the two men were just looking. They were like, what is it? Why are you people trying to gain access into the palace? Why didn't you come out? Because initially they said when they were caught, they were saying no, they just want to come and see how the palace look. Oh, they just want to, at this middle of the night, is it possible for you to enter any man's house at night without even following the proper channel, and they said these men were just kind of just talking, that they actually wanted to just come and see Ooni. They actually wanted to come and see how the palace looked. They said they were this kind, the men were not really well kept. They were looking funny and all that. And they said, we know another thing again. They said, in the palace of Ooni of Ife, there's a police station, like kind of adjacent to the palace. Yes, so there's a police station mounted there, that in case of any emergency or whatsoever, and aside from the normal palace guard, they said they also have some policemen that are also walking around the palace to see that everything is in order. So when the guards caught these men and they brought them to the policemen that were on duty, and they started interrogating them, started investigating, and they said, they were just there talking. They were not really giving the right information that they are supposed to hear. So they said they just took them to the station and they were locked up, that they will remain there until they are able to open up and tell them who sent them and why they are there in the palace. And they said, when this thing happened, some people started speculating that it could be that maybe someone sent them to come and do one or two things in the palace. So some people were saying that maybe they sent them to come and plant something, because they said when they caught them with some kind of this kind of juju things in their hands and all that they were not really clean kind of people. They look funny, like now this kind of people that could have this kind of thing. So that was why some people were saying that maybe they were sent to come and plant some things in the palace of Ooni of Ife. But thank God that they were caught and they have been handed over to the police. And they said, our investigation is ongoing, and and there is a serious interrogation as to know who sent them and why they want to gain extra to the entrance to the palace of Ooni of Ife. And they said actually what really caught people's attention is the area they want to actually use to enter the palace of Ooni of Ife. They said this place, they said the place is like a kind of a hole, be kind of a tunnel that they will foot. In fact, the way they describe that thing, I was even confused that even as I'm talking, I can't even explain it, because the explanation I heard from the where I got my gist, it was not clear to me. Because how do you explain it? It's not as if Ooni built a tunnel in his palace. It's not as if there's a tunnel that lead to Ooni's palace. Where is that tunnel coming from? That there's a cycle, that whether they were the one that dug it or whether, I don't know. But how would they be able to dig that kind of thing that it will not get to the foundation? And they said some persons were saying that they bore a round hole in the outside the first gate, because they said there are different gates you pass through before you could enter into the main palace. So they said where they gained their access, or where they wanted to gain access, was they put a round big hole in the wall of the fence, the first fence, and that was where they said they wanted to gain access through to enter the palace before, these people were caught. So my people, I don't understand all this rumor flying up and down. Sometimes I don't get it. How can these people think that they can actually enter the palace of Ooni of Ife? Well, somebody say, well, it's not ordinary. They have already put some things in their body. They thought maybe what they carry can protect them or can shield them from, the CCTV camera and even the gas. They never knew that what is there, what is already on ground in the palace of Ooni of Ife is more than what they have that they are bringing into the palace. That is why they were exposed the way, they were being exposed. So right now, they said if investigation is ongoing, and, they are still trying to interrogate them to know who sent them, because they cannot just come to that palace without someone not sending them. It's not just possible, because of course, what do they stand to gain? And they said initially they were saying they wanted to come and see Ooni to beg him, asking for help. They said if really you want to beg Ooni or come to ask Ooni for any kind of help, they know the rules, because you people would have followed through the normal way, and it wouldn't even be at night. So where is the genuinity coming from? There's no sincerity in this talk. There's no truth in whatever it is they said they are saying. So my people, this is the rumor that get to us, and I said I will also come here and let you people know. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for standing by to my subscribers, and you, my returning subscriber, and if you that's going to subscribe now, I say God will continue to bless you all. I say happy weekend from my side. I say God will continue to bless you. God will grant all your heart desires in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much. God bless you till I come your way again. Bye for now.